Hello, my name is Paweł and I'm going to give you some ideas on how to edit and montage video. I will be using Kdenlive. It can be downloaded from kdenlive.org. Having recorded our videos, let's go to editing. Open Kdenlive. I'm using Kdenlive version 22.04.0 for Windows 10 64-bit version. Let's go to Editing Workspace and look closer at the interface. It looks a bit complex, but you do not need to use all features of the application. So here you have project bin where you add elements such as video clips, audio tracks, pictures. You can change it to effects if you want to add some effect to your project. Here is the clip monitor when you can edit or preview clips from this window. And here is project monitor when you can preview your project. In this window there are some tracks, video tracks and audio tracks, and all editing is going here. Of course, with right click you may insert track or delete it. So insert it, and the content of this window depends on the context. Now it is an audio mixer. So let's start working with the application. Create a new project and choose the proper resolution. I think this is enough, but you may experiment with other. Let's call our project and save it. Now add some elements to your project bin. It asks to change the project for this resolution. Let's keep it. Let's keep it 1080p. And as you see, you may add here different type of videos. For example, MKV, so there is no need to remix your videos after recording it in OBS Studio. Let's create a simple project and render it to a video file. As I said, all editing is going on here, so let's drag and drop a video clip on a video track. Here you have a corresponding audio track. Here you have some tools. We have this selection tool, which we can use for arranging, moving elements on the tracks. The second tool is a razor tool. You can cut elements with this tool. So if we click on a track, you can split it into some pieces. And then, if you select it, you may delete or move a piece of a track. Here is a timeline. You may zoom it if it's not detailed enough with Ctrl and the scroll of your mouse, so more frame is visible. The same effect can be achieved with this slider. Let's remove this as well with pressing delete. And let's add another video. Let's change the order of these videos. For this we use the spacer tool. Let's move it aside and change the order. You may click with the right button at the space and select remove space. The video will be moved to the previous video. Now add some simple transition effect. You can add it by dragging this green and this red dots. If you select the file, in this window you will see the effects added to a clip. You may adjust the time of the effect in both videos to be the same, for example. If you click at the timeline with your mouse, you will see this arrow down with the vertical line. If you press the space bar, you may see preview your project. In this window, in the project monitor, you have this effect of fading. Stop the preview with the space bar. Okay, we have our first project completed, so let's render it to a video file. Select the quality, HD, MP4, render to a file, and it takes some time to write a video file. Let me remark that any action we perform on these clips does not affect the original video files which are imported here. And the second remark, do not forget to save your project from time to time. It does not produce the video clip. As you remember, you need to render to have it, but it saves all your work you've done till now. So now let's complicate a bit. We add some effects and some compositions. First of all, let's select those clips with Shift. They are both now selected, and by the right click choose Group Clips. Now we have a group and we can apply an effect to the whole group, or we can move the whole group to another video track. It is treated like one video and one audio track. So let's complicate a bit and add some other transition effect, for example a wipe effect. If you click at the left bottom corner of the upper video, this gray dot, you add the wipe effect. Of course, this effect might be a bit longer. You need to extend it a bit. And here, if you select the wipe effect, you can have the properties. So you can have some wipe effects from which you can choose. Let's leave automatic and let's see how it works. So press at the timeline and press the spacebar. So you have this wipe effect. Now let's experiment with some transformation. So let's make a logo of our project in this corner. Take the picture and put it on a video track. You may decide about how long this element will be played by just resizing it. As you see here, our logo is over the video which is below, so in the same as in the OBS, the order of our elements on the tracks matters. Select the track, go to Effects, Transform, find the transformation and drag it to the element. Here you have the window with properties, but if you look at the project monitor, you will see this red rectangle. You may resize the element, you may change its position. Of course, all this can be done with these values. You can also change the opacity of it, so make it transparent. So let's make a logo of the project. If you want to be more precise, you have these buttons to arrange the elements in this window. In the same way as we transformed this picture, we can also transform our videos. So we can resize them, rearrange them, and we can have 2 or more videos playing side by side, or we can have one smaller video playing inside the bigger video. As you probably noticed, some effects have this timeline, which means that these values can change during the time of playing. So we can obtain some animation effect. I want to show it adding the transformation to the second video. So let's drag the transformation to this video and let's edit it. We edit it by adding some keyframes to the timeline. Of course, this is the whole timeline, and we can zoom it with Ctrl and the scroll of your mouse. Noticed that this arrow corresponds to this one as well as this one. You may add the keyframe with this button, or you may, moving the arrow, double click to add a frame. If the keyframe is wrongly added, you may remove it by double clicking on it. So add the keyframe once again and add a third keyframe. Now select the middle one and change the values of the middle one keyframe. Let's increase the size of it and see what will happen if you preview the clip. So you have this zoom effect. If you do not want to zoom the center of your video, you need to just we added the keyframe. Let's remove it. Double click, select it, and move the center of your video to some particular place. Now let us view the effect. Okay, so we have this pan and zoom effect. Let me also remark that we can change the speed of each clip by just dragging the edge of the video, but to get the effect you need to press the control button and then drag it. Now we change video to play slower, and shortening it, we will have video playing a bit quicker. Of course, we need to also adjust the audio track if it's necessary. Some effects can be added to audio tracks. For example, fade in and fade out effects. We can also add a music to our video, so add another track, audio track, and let's put this music on this track. Unfortunately, this one contains also a video track, so we need to extract audio from it. To do it, just click with your right mouse button on it and choose Extract Video. It will be extracted and saved in the same folder as your file was. Now it can be added to our project. Let's go back to effects. We can have some denoiser on the tracks. We can also add some volume effect. This has a timeline, so if we add it, we could edit in the same way as we did with this video. So if we add a keyframe, we can decrease the volume of the video, so the music in the background is quieter and your words can be heard properly. Sometimes it happens that the audio track for a video is badly recorded or contains lots of noise. So effects and filters in Kdenlive are not enough. In this case, you may extract audio track from this video, edit it in software for audio editing, for example Audacity, and then change the track in your project. So let's try it. Let's extract audio. It will be saved in the same folder as your video. Now open it in Audacity, edit it, enhance, and save it. After doing it, just add the clip to your project. Then remove the old track from here. Those are connected, so we have to ungroup it. So right click on this element and choose ungroup clips. Remove the track with delete button. Drag and drop new track and adjust it to your video. And then with clicking with Shift, select both element and group so they are together for the further edition. There is way more effects and compositions that can be added to your video and audio tracks. You may read about them in the internet or find some tutorials, for example, on YouTube. So if you are interested, go and look for it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about are subtitles and how to add them. This is very easy. You just press the subtitles window, and by clicking twice in this subtitles window, you may here add the text. Here in this window, you may edit this text. So introduce it, change it, and so on. Of course, this is not a very efficient way to introduce subtitles to your project. So it's good to know that Kdenlive has some other solution, which is speech recognition. It tries to recognize the speech from your video and add subtitles. But to use it first, you need to do some preparation. For example, you need to install Python. You need to download the Vosk model. I'm using this one. And you need to configure Kdenlive. Settings, configure. And here in speech to text, you need to add the Vosk model. Sometimes you may also modify the environment variables. So, to show how it works, let me create a new project. And let me add some video with text to this project. For example, let's change to this format, our project. And now put the video on the track, extend the time zone because this tool works according to this time zone. Okay, it's enough. Select the video, click Project, Subtitles, and Speech Recognition. Select what it needs to be done check the model and run process. It will take some time. It took some time, so I cut the video, but now you have the subtitles added. You can listen the video and correct the words if they are mistakes. I can assure you they will be. And you can now watch the video with subtitles. Okay, do not forget to save your project every 10 minutes, render your video when it's finished, and inspect audio track in Audacity. Thank you.